Okay, we're looking at two ways of passing butterfly guard on your knees, no gi. First one is, just shuffle forward this way, bro. First one is kind of like a hip wheel body lock pass. So let's just look at the grips to start with. Again, Declan's going to butt scoop in. He's already got his butterfly hooks in. We're playing the whole game. You know, he's looking underhooks, I'm looking underhooks, which is difficult. So my goal, obviously, is to get him flat on his back. Okay, so my right hand's going on his left shoulder. My left hand is going on the outside of his knee. My goal for this pass is to try and get his knees to one side. The best time to do that is not when he's sitting up. Keep your knees where they are. Don't let me push them. He's quite rigid from here. The best time is when Declan's more there in that teeter-totter position. So how am I going to get him back? So from our position, one hand on the shoulder, one hand on the outside of the knee, I'm going to bring my head in. I can bring my head to his head and push it into him this way, or I can put it just below his chin. But if I put it just below his chin, I don't want to use the top of my head, because if I use the top of my head, he just snatches me into the guillotine. So if I'm using my head underneath his chin, I want to use my forehead. So anytime we're there and I use my forehead and he physically tries to snatch my head, that's what I'm after there. Okay? Personally myself, I just put it on his own head, because I know we've got head positioning, and if I start to push on his head, I know he's going to be moving into that teeter-totter position. So it's just a push, and as Declan starts to fall backwards, my left hand moves his knee to one side, the same hand comes around. And again, when we go for this variation of the body lock pass, it's long arm, short arm. I don't want to make a body lock pass where my knuckles are in the middle of his back. Because when he falls onto his back, there's like a big brick under your back. You're going to injure your opponent or injure your training partner. So the connection will want to be more at his lat here, at his hip. So let's take a look at that again. We're here, outside of the knee. I start to get him into the teeter-totter position. I move his knee, get into the body lock position, and basically flatten him out. I'm going to bring my left knee towards his hip. And now from this position I've got connection. I can just back step with my right leg and bring my second knee into the leg drag position. And now from here I can start to work the pass, the side control. Let's just get another angle on that one, bro. Just there. So, playing the game, first grip is on the shoulder, second one is on the knee. I look to get him in the teeter-totter position, start to shelf, drive him back, and I make the body lock at his left hip. Once I get him on the side, my left knee controls the hip, and then I bring my second knee inside. Try to move, bro. If I feel I'm losing it, I bring my knee across and pin the bottom leg. Try to move, bro. Then when the moment's right, I can start to work and get upper body control. One more time on that. Just not perfect there. So we push, shelf, body lock. Once we're in that position, my knee clamps to the hip. Second knee comes in. Sometimes it depends on what happens. If I feel that he's not shrimping or trying to escape, I just might put my elbow on the mat, clamp, and start to work towards the back. Okay, so that's going around his butterfly guard. Sometimes, if that isn't an option, same grips. The minute I start to get him into the teeter-totter position and I start trying to push Declan's right knee this way, I feel resistance. So now we're going into an over-under position. But the last thing I want to do is just jump into an over-under and put one arm inside his legs, because now he can bring his leg over and look for a triangle. So anytime I'm here, he can fall back onto his back. And now I'm caught at the triangle top, and he can start to work on bringing my arm across, and I'm into a lot of trouble from here. So to stop that, I'm looking to do two things. There is no triangle if I pin his knee to the mat and bring his heel towards his butt. So how will I do that? We're in our same position. I start to push the knee, I feel resistance. Okay. The second that happens, I move forward and my left hand pushes his knee down as I bring my left knee, which shelves his right heel towards his butt, and now I drop into the over-under position. I'm putting my chin on his left hip, and then I'm going to tripod up. What stops me passing is Declan's right knee and my left hip. So I'm going to use my left whizzer, my forearm, my elbow to just basically tripod up, and I shelf his leg between my legs. Now I'm going to walk his leg away, and now to actually free my right leg, I'm going to drop my left hip towards the mat. My right hip comes higher, and then I windshield wiper my leg to the outside. Now again, from there, my arm's still between his legs. There's a triangle here you can get caught in. Declan can push my head between his legs, and there's a crazy triangle from there. So the second I get to there, I just put my head on the mat, push my head now, and then I work on getting my elbow to the outside, and then I move into side control. Let's just get another angle on that, just on this side, bro. So second option to pass butterfly guard, same grips. As I push in and try to get him into the teeter-totter position, and I feel resistance on that knee, once I'm there, I push the knee down, bring my knee in, and drop straight into the over-under. Notice the way, just turn this way, bro. Before I dropped into the over-under position, I put this knee down and worked this foot back. So it's difficult for him to triangle me. So now from there, I just tripod up, use my whizzer to get his right knee below my left hip. Once his leg is between my legs, I just walk it back, and then I drop my hips, windshield wiper my leg to the outside. Again, if I feel him pushing on my head, I put my head on the mat, bring my elbow to the outside, and I move into side control. I'll do the one on this side. So again, same grips, drop in, tripod up, turn my hip, windshield wiper, good side control, and one more just on this side. Same grips, start to get him into the teeter-totter, pushing his knee down, working that over under control. I'm pinning him, I'm spiking him with my left shoulder, and once I free my hip, walk it back, turn my hip, windshield wiper, and again, anytime he tries to push my head, I just put it on the mat, right hand, controls the outside hip, and then I move into side control. So, it's two ways of passing butterfly guard on your knee.